George, obviously briefly touching on last weekend's game then, I guess going to the side sitting top of the table, first game back from the break was always going to be a tough challenge, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was always going to be a tough challenge. I think we prepared well. I think you know what you're getting with Bath. I think obviously you've got to deal with it, you've got to front up to it, and I thought the boys were really good. I think there's some bits we could have done better in for sure, and I think we did create a few opportunities that we didn't take, which is our frustration post the game. Obviously we took a point away, which is better than nothing, but I think we wanted to go there and we wanted to try and turn Bath over. It didn't happen. We've come back in. Like I say, there's definitely stuff we can do better, and we're going to work on improving.
Yeah, you mentioned obviously plenty of positives to take away from that game still, and like you say, the point, and I guess, is that down to the way we're playing this season and the fact that we are scoring tries, and means that quite often you won't leave empty-handed?
Yeah, I think scoring 4 tries in the first half at the Rec is pretty good. I think the way the tries were, the boys were supporting each other, working really hard, backing each other up, and trusting their skills. And they were entertaining tries, of course, and a couple of really special moments in there. The frustration, obviously, is we didn't do it in the second half, and we have to give Bath credit. They managed that second half pretty well, and as I say, we got 3 or 4 shots and didn't quite execute and weren't quite in the right places. So from that point of view, as I say, the positive is we can get better. The frustration that we had after the game is a good thing, because I think we thought we were better than getting 1 point. So I think that's a good thing.
And obviously coming back to Kingsholm this weekend, and I guess it doesn't get much easier with a side like Bristol coming here.
No, we play second in the table, and Bristol are going really well, obviously, and playing entertaining rugby, and just like us, they're moving the ball around and scoring a lot of tries. So they scored a lot of tries against Exeter last weekend, and again, very similar in attack to us. They like to move the ball, they back themselves, they trust their skills, and they do a lot of good stuff. So there was a lot of tries in the first round, second round where we played them earlier in the season. So I think there's going to be 2 teams, really trying to move the ball and play.
Yeah, I guess coming up against a side like Bristol, who, like you say, they like to move the ball around, I think, do you pretty much accept that they are going to have their moments, they are going to score tries, and I guess your job is to literally just score more points than them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can ever just accept they're going to score tries. They're definitely going to have moments. I think the chances are they're going to score tries. I doubt they've not scored tries at any point. But yeah, I think the objective for us, as I say, is to take those opportunities. We created a good few in that second half against Bath. We didn't take them, and we play the team that are second in the table. So we have to take our opportunities. We have to work hard, and we have to try and stop them scoring tries. Like you say, the reality is they will have moments. They will get line breaks, and it's going to be how you deal with that and staying in the game that's important.
Yeah, when you mention obviously taking our opportunities and shutting Bristol down, I guess this sold-out Kingsholm crowd can play a massive part in that as well, can't they?
Yeah, look, we've loved playing here this year. I think it's so special as a ground when everybody's here, and I think we've entertained, and I think the boys have loved hearing the crowd screaming, and we've had some good moments. So we've had a long break from the Premiership now. We had some good Prem Cup performances in the period, and a couple here, but yeah, look, we're really excited to get back into the Prem and get this place rocking.
And with a massive run into the Premiership, I guess those 3 home games are particularly massive, with obviously where the guys stand going into that run in.
Yeah, of course. Like, we're aware there's a handful of Premiership games left now, so you've got to attack every one, and like I say, I think it's in our hands with how hard we work and taking advantage of the stuff we create. And as you've seen today, the boys are working really hard on the field trying to get it right. And we'll see where we are in a few games.
Cheers, guys. All the best.
Cheers.